less even of a theoretical commitment to free speech or a diversity of views. They celebrate every diversity except the diversity that matters, which is diversity of thought.
And dialogue, and it seems as though you're not allowed to continue discussing your opinion. But, you know, there is something called American laws for American courts, and about 17 states in the United States have those laws, and they are, you know, pretty simple. I was a judge. I only applied American law in my court. I mean, I wouldn't think of applying any other. And just recently in Montana, there was an effort to create Shariah law or add Shariah law, and the Democrats called it shameful, and they said that banning Shariah law in Montana's courts is a horrible thing, and they said that it sends a dangerous message to minority groups, and they say that it is repugnant to have just American law in American courts. And they say that this is not who we are as Montanans. What?
Well, Montana is not going to be Montana, even if it goes for Sharia light. Sharia law is incompatible with U.S. law. It's incompatible with English common law. And in other Western nations, it's actually already got quite a foothold. The French government, for example, recognizes polygamous marriages among Muslims from the benefits of welfare. England has a lot of Sharia courts adjudicating on marriage and other domestic matters between Muslims, and it discriminates against women. And that should be a very basic thing. There are dozens of countries around the world where you can live under Sharia. There's no need for the United States to join an already long list.
All right.
And this kind of stealth Sharia is actually not a joke, Fred. It's actually quite a serious one.
And you know what's interesting is that they said it banned the application of foreign law in Montana's courts, but the debate was particularly focused on Sharia law. But let's move on from that. I mean, what we are seeing now with these snowflakes that they call them on campuses, and some of the, you know, the inability of students to be able to express themselves is what I see as a limit on free speech. Do you see free speech and the First Amendment being affected negatively as we go forward?
Oh, absolutely. The First Amendment counts for nothing on most American campuses. A majority of Democrats in Congress actually voted to constrain the First Amendment. They used to at least pretend to agree with Voltaire, that apocryphal bit of Voltaire about how I disagree with what you say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. Right. Now they'll actually put you in hospital if you try to say it, as they did with that professor at Middlebury.
Well, anyway, Mark Steyn, it's always good to have you on, Justice. Thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Thanks a lot, Judge.